in this dry land, it is very possible to keep sheep. When there's no feed on the paddock, you can buy the feed and actually do it, and you can earn a living out of it. But like anything else, farming involves a sacrifice. You got to be living here on the outback. You can't be living in city and be a farm unless you have enough management here on the farms to actually do it and to be on the ground. But realistically, the important thing is you got to be on the ground. You got to be living the dream of farming every day. And then that's how you make it. If you are not here on the ground, chances are that your losses will be high because you will not be in touch with what's happening. But well, nowadays you could actually say you employ somebody. But yes, if you have enough resources to employ somebody to actually look at a 4,000 sheep head, that would be good because it's possible. What type of sheep do you have?
So they're actually a South African breed. They're called Dohnes. Yeah.
Okay, is there anything special about them?
They've got good wool and they've got good growth rates.
So this is for what?
Now they're 70% for meat and 30% for wool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is it that people should be aware of sheep right now? In terms of the diseases and season
Diseases you generally get are from the flies. Flies, they'll get fly strike. And then other diseases, they'll get worms. They're the two main things with sheep. If you can keep control of those two, then they'll do okay.
So what do you do to protect your sheep yourself?
We vaccinate against those things.
Do you have a schedule, like say you vaccinate?
We'll check. We'll do worm testing for the worms, and then we shear them, which we're doing at the moment.
Okay. So you're taking them to shearing now?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll put chemicals on them to stop the flies.
And in terms of your head, how big is your head?
We run 4,000 ewes breeding.
Okay. So
how many there? There's 324.
324.
Yeah.
So where are the others?
They're scattered all throughout the country. Yeah.
So how do you protect your sheep from? Obviously, you are working in an area which doesn't have rain all throughout the year. In terms of what they eat, given the diseases that are here, how do you manage the seasons of the year?
So we can feed them grain or we feed them silage. So we harvest crops and we turn it into silage, which then we feed to them when we run out of feed in the paddock.
So your feed would be is it peas or something?
So it's what they call silage. So it's barley cut at a certain stage.
Yeah.
And then it basically gets put underneath the tarp and then it fermentates and turns into a feed.
Oh, into a feed.
Yeah.
Then, in terms of the market, obviously this is a business which you are doing. What is your sense regarding the market right now?
So the market's pretty good at the moment.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the thing you can't control.
Yeah.
The markets go up and down.
Okay.
But the Australian market's, it's been okay the last 12 months, but prior to that it was bad.
So who is your market? Who are you supplying?
We sell generally to an abattoir, which is in Tamworth. I'm not sure exactly, but mainly we'll go offshore, the meat we produce.
So per month or per quarter, how many sheep do you release?
It's probably more seasonal. If you worked on, say, I don't know, 600 a month or something like that, but something like that, I would say we'd sell on average.
In terms of the price, is it driven by the season or what happens?
It's all supply and demand.
Supply and demand. So do they call you the abattoir and say we need so many, or how do you?
Well, that's what the market. So the market will tell you that. So if generally they're paying more, then they don't have the numbers. Whereas if they're not paying as much, they've got lots of numbers. So they've got lots to pick from.
So in terms of supplying to make sure that you get the right price, how do you manage? Do you just send when you hear the price is good, or how do you do it?
Probably a little bit of both.
Okay.
So you have stock ready to go, and say
Yeah.
the market's not great, then you can maybe hold on to them for a little bit longer. But other than that, you are a bit channeled as to when they're ready to go.
So I've seen that you have the small ones, you have the bigger ones.
So they're the lambs, yeah.
Okay. So how do you manage? Which one are you selling?
So the ewes produce the lambs, and then when the lamb is a certain weight, then you'll sell it.
Okay.
So when it's over 50 kilos, generally you'll sell it.
So
With those ewes, the ewes are probably 75 kilos at the moment. So you could sell them if you wanted to, but you want to reproduce out of them.
Want to reproduce. Then in terms of profit per unit, obviously there's the ewes, there's the lamb. Which one is more profitable for you as a business?
Well, the ewes make the lamb, so you need the ewe, so it's more profitable
to sell.
So that one ewe might produce 6 lambs over its lifetime.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then in terms of cost, which one is easier to maintain? Is it the ewes or the?
Oh, it's the lamb because it's got a shorter life cycle.
Right.
It's only generally, unless you're breeding from it, it's only alive for less than 12 months.
Okay. So how many can you sell per week?
Depending on the season and how many lambs you get.
Okay, how many do you normally want?
So we try and get about 100% lambings or better. So say if we have 4,000 ewes, we sell about 4,000 lambs.
So you sell all of them?
We actually keep 1,000. Just keep 1,000 of the women or the ewes, and then we'll sell all the boys and the cull.
Let's look at the other side, which is the cost of doing this business. What is the major cost for a sheep farm?
It'll be the animal health, like the vaccines, the chemicals. Like say if you pay interest on the land you own, those are the costs you have to.
The fixed costs, which is the land, the rent, the electricity.
Yep.
What about the food?
Well, that'll be a part of the land, and you have to factor in if you have to feed them, which in a good season you shouldn't have to feed them. Okay. They should just be able to eat the grass and the paddock.
My final question is this: how long have you been in this business?
I've been in this business 10 years.
If a young person is to come right now to you and say, "Tell me the 10 success tricks that I can have to make sure that I get it to exactly where you are," and what would you list is number 1 up to 5 probably?
I think it's just all experience. Yeah, you have to get things wrong to get things right. So you have to experience it, and you have to be, I guess, passionate about what you're doing. So if you're interested in it, then you're halfway there. So you just got to be interested in what you want to do. And I think the main thing is you got to be passionate about it. And if you're not passionate about it, then you're barking up the wrong tree. So that'd be 1, and then once you're passionate, then you learn, and then 3 would be bouncing ideas off other people to improve, or going to new studies and all those sort of things.
So most people who are going to we have encountered so far is they are the young ones who are in small towns or are still living with parents. They are watching TV and tweeting on the phone, and you are on the farm. What can you tell a person who is living in town, who is wanting to do this and is watching internet and hearing from you to say, is this very difficult?
Yeah, I guess it is. That's why people don't like doing it. So it's not easy, but I guess the only way to try is only way to know is to try to do it.
Tell me about the experience of living on the farm.
Yeah.
Which most young people lack nowadays, especially the ones that are in cities. Is it easy?
It's just you don't get as many luxuries as what you necessarily do in the cities. Yeah.
Okay.
So but in saying that, technology and stuff's changed as well. So living on the farm is a lot easier these days than say it was 30 years ago. So I enjoy living on the farm, but some people could think of nothing worse.
So is farming difficult?
Yeah, because you're relying on this. If you could order the rain it'd be very easy to be a farmer, but because you don't know when the rain's going to come, that's what makes it tricky.
Are farmers faithful or faith people? Do you have to have faith to be a farmer?
I don't think so. No,
So what keeps you going if you don't have faith?
I don't know.
You have to have faith.
Yeah, you just I guess live in hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your final word to young people who are going to listen to you? Obviously, among other farmers talking on this, what is your trick for making it as a farmer?
I think just every day, get up every day and just keep going, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, there you've heard it from the farmer, a real first experience. He's a farmer looking after sheep. It's like any other business. It's hard, but it doesn't come cheap. And it doesn't come cheap, but it's doable. It's possible. So this is a demonstration of what Australian farmers are doing. They are rearing sheep, mostly for export, but it's possible. In this dry land, it is very possible to keep sheep. When there's no feed on the paddock, you can buy the feed and actually do it. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think about farming